King Sejong, born Ido, was the fourth king of the Joseon Dynasty. He was the third son of King Taejong and Queen Wongyeong. At first, his older brother, Ije, was the heir to the throne as Grand Prince Yangnyeong. But Taejong stripped Ije of his title and made Ido his heir to the throne as Grand Prince Chunyeong. He ascended the throne in 1418. During his first 4 years of reign, his father Taejong was regent and actually ruled the kingdom until his death in 1422. Sejong is called Sejong the Great, and he's remembered as the greatest ruler of Joseon. He invented Hangul, the Korean alphabet, encouraged the development of science and technology, and introduced measures to stimulate the economy. Sejong believed that the basis for good government was to have a ruler with many interests and broad knowledge, virtue, and the ability to recognize and use men of extraordinary talent to work for the people. He instituted a policy to colonize the northern regions of Joseon and, with the help of his father, stopped the Japanese pirate raids by invading Tsushima Island. King Sejong is, first and foremost, remembered for the creation of Hunminjeongeum, better known as Hangul, the native phonetic writing system for the Korean language. It's assumed that Sejong ordered his Hall of Worthies to invent Hangul, but in contemporary records, it is emphasized that he invented it himself. We can read this in the Annals of the Joseon Dynasty and Jung In-ji's preface to the Hunminjeongeum Heri. The term Hangul was coined by Ju Shigyong, a Korean linguist, in 1912. Han means great, and Gul means script. The word Han is also used to refer to Korea in general, so the name Hangul can mean Great Script or Korean Script. North Korea calls it Choseongul, Chosun being the North Korean name for Korea. Before the creation of Hangul, the Korean peninsula inhabitants wrote using classical Chinese, but there were big differences between the Korean and Chinese languages. Moreover, due to the large number of characters that needed to be learned and the difficulty of writing Chinese characters, writing and reading was mostly out of reach of the lower classes who lacked the privilege of education. In those days, it was impossible to study without money, and arguably that didn't change. King Sejong created this unique alphabet to promote literacy among the common people, which was the vast majority of people in Joseon. There are 24 basic letters in Hangul, 14 consonant letters, and 10 vowel letters. Furthermore, there are 27 complex letters formed by combining the basic letters, 5/10 consonant letters, 11 complex consonant letters, and another 11 complex vowel letters. 4 basic letters in the original alphabet are no longer used, 1 vowel and 3 consonants. Letters in the Hangul alphabet are called jamo. Each consonant letter is based on a simplified diagram of the patterns made by our mouth, tongue, and teeth when producing the sound related to the character. Vowels were formed by combining dots and lines. The circular dot represented heaven, the horizontal line, earth, and the vertical line, humanity. Morphemes are built by writing the letters in syllabic blocks. The blocks thus formed are strung together in a line. Because of its construction, Hangul is often called by Koreans the scientific alphabet. King Sejong completed his work on Hangul in 1443. He published it in 1446 with a 33-page manual titled Hunminjeongeum, meaning the correct or proper sounds for the instruction of the people. This manual explained the letters, the philosophy, and motives behind creating them. It asserted that anyone could learn Hangul in a few days. And I have to say that it's entirely true. That doesn't mean that one knows what he or she is reading, but it's possible to read just about anything accurately after a few days or even hours of studying Hangul. There's a popular saying about Hangul: a wise man can acquaint himself with them before the morning is over. Even a stupid man can learn them in the space of 10 days. October 9th is Hangul Day in South Korea. Hangul is very special because it's an alphabet whose creator and purpose of creation are known to us. King Sejong writes in the Hunminjeongeum manual, "Because the speech of this country is different from that of China, our spoken language does not match the Chinese letters. Therefore, even if the ignorant want to communicate, many of them cannot successfully express themselves. Saddened by this, I made 28 new letters. It is my wish that all the people may easily learn these letters and that they be convenient for daily use." King Sejong worked on Hangul in secret because, as he expected, when he revealed it, he faced backlash from the noble class. They disapproved of it. Giving the peasants the ability to read and write would allow them to find loopholes in the law. They also felt that it would threaten their position in court because it would create a larger pool of civil servants if the exams would be taken in Hangul and not in Chinese characters. The Joseon elite continued to use Chinese Hanja long after Sejong's death. Hangul was often treated with contempt by the elite, who give it the nickname Unmun, meaning vulgar script. Hangul became quite popular among women and fiction writers. The study and publication of Hangul was banned in 1504 by King Yeonsang-gun after a document criticizing him was published. 2 years later, the Ministry of Unmun was abolished. Hangul was adopted in official documents for the first time in 1894. The definitive modern Korean alphabet manual was published in 1946. It has since been used in both Koreas. North Korea has banned the use of Hanja. South Korea still uses it in some publications and in writing names. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will discuss King Sejong's life more thoroughly and look at other achievements of his. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment.